Shalom. And I'm going to start off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach Chodesh. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders, the great millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing for this word of truth and sincerity, and your few Akwat as well, that's listening with sincerity. I'm the brother Machaya from the camp GMS Montreal, coming back with another lesson. And we can't neglect to pray unto the Lord, man. Okay, scriptures command us rather, to pray all the time. Okay? I think Apostle Paul said that. He said that he would that men pray always, man. Hold on. Let me see if I could get that real quick. Okay? Because, there we go. Now it's done. No. Hold on. Let me see. But there's a scripture. I know I'm paraphrasing it wrong. It says, actually, I think it says this one. Hands lift. I think it says it like this. Let me see. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Perfect. This is 1 Timothy 2 and verse 8. It says, I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. You see? So, in other words, you're supposed to be praying to the Lord constantly, man. Okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be that something's going bad in your life for you to pray to the Lord. You got to pray to the Lord too, to thank Him for the mere fact that things are good. Okay? Because the Lord wants us to show appreciation as well, man. All right? Because the tendency with the people, they tend to just pray unto the Lord whenever they're catching hell. Okay? There's a scripture that says that, Isaiah, I want to say 26. Let me see. Because that's the nature of the people. Whenever things are going bad, that's when they want to throw up a prayer. But when things are going good, they forget the Lord, man. So we can't be in that spirit either. Okay? Oh, there we go. This is Isaiah 26 and verse 16. It says, Lord, in trouble have they visited thee. They poured out a prayer when thy chastening was upon them. You see? Jake's only going to pour out a prayer whenever they're catching hell. Okay? Whenever the Lord's chastening them. But what about when things are good? Are you still praying and saying, throwing prayers to the Lord, saying, the water for this, the water for giving me a house, getting my bills paid, give me food. You know what I mean? Even the little extra bread that you get, the water for me, that extra bread that I got to buy these shoes or these clothes. You know what I'm saying? Or a woman that you got, are you thanking the Lord for these things? You got to thank the Lord too, man. You can't just only pray whenever you're catching hell. That's when, prayer is at an all-time high. But when things go back to normal, you ain't praying as much. Hey, if you read it, I would that mean pray everywhere, man. Okay? You're supposed to, that's a power. Salah, I had to burp real quick. We have power in the fact that we have access into the Lord via prayer, man. That brings power. Okay? And, that's one of the ways you build your relationship with the Lord too. All right? Right? You got relationships, what keeps them intact is communication. You see? Communication is very important, man. Okay? Oh, I wanna go to ChatGPT. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let's go to chat real quick. Because I want to ask him, Chat, how important is communication in a relationship? Because prayer is a formal way that we communicate with the Lord. One of the major ways we communicate with the Lord. Okay? How did I word it again? I said how important is communication in a Okay, so I asked the demon, how important is communication in a relationship? It says communication is one of the most important parts of a healthy relationship. And once again, how do we communicate with the Lord? It's via those prayers, man. All right? But it's not the only thing that matters. You can think of it as the way everything else, trust, affection, conflict resolution, and shared goals get expressed and maintained. Good communication helps people build trust. So it's giving key points of what it promotes or what it is beneficial. Okay? It says builds trust, resolves conflicts, understand each other's needs, feel emotionally connected, prevent resentment. Okay? Which I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it shows you. You could go, you could ask the demon the same question. It's probably going to be in a different, give a different answer. Because the demon does that sometimes. But the point being, like I said, communication is one of the most important parts of a healthy relationship. And we want to maintain a healthy relationship with our power to keep that connection intact. To pray. Okay? Prayer is beneficial for you too, man. Because it keeps you more in the spirit. Alright? The night Yahweh Shai say, pray, watch and pray that you fall not into temptation. Okay? Right here, this is Matthew 26 and verse 41. It says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay, and the flesh doesn't want you to pray. Okay? You ever realize whenever you want to go and pray, that's when sin comes upon you and brings some wicked thoughts, or makes you tired. You don't need to do it. You already prayed today. You already did up here today. You don't need to do another one. Yes, I do, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit. The Lord didn't give us a cap on how much prayers we could throw up in a day, man. Or in a week, or in a month, or in a year. That's just sin coming to your mind to get you to be, to prevent you from being more tapped in and communicating with your power. Okay, we got to communicate with our power, man. We have to pray. All right? And your prayers are heard too. Okay? Because that's another thing that Satan tries to do. Oh, the Lord's not going to hear you. You already prayed already, man. Come on. Right? But we know that, like you say, the prayer of the humble, pierceth the clouds, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to hear us. Okay, if we're coming in the right mindset with a sincere mind and understanding what we want, what we're praying for, the Lord's going to hear. Not doubting. Like we read, I would that men pray everywhere, looking at the holy hands and not to doubt. You can't doubt too in the prayers that you say. You got to believe that it's going to be fulfilled. Okay? Or the prayers of appreciation, of you thanking the Lord, you got to believe that it's going to be heard too. Is it 37, I want to say? Let me write it. Prayer, humble. Yeah, 35. This is Sirach 35, verse 17. It says, the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds. Till he come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart until the Most High hath behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. Okay, so the prayer of the humble pierced the clouds, man. So the Lord hears our prayers. Okay? And it says, he's not slack. But until it comes to him, the comfort's not going to come. Right? That's another thing too. The Lord makes us practice our patience too. Because not necessarily every prayer gets answered right away. Certain prayers take time. Because the Lord wants to see if you actually believe. They're testing out your patience. Okay? And sometimes you just might have to annoy the Lord with that same prayer of whatever that you want, and just keep annoying the Lord, man. Be like the parable of the widower, that came to the judge for her to be justified and whatnot, roughly paraphrasing, she kept on coming, kept on bothering. You know what? Let's get that. Where does it go again? Widow. It's in Luke. Bear with me. Yeah, Luke 18 and verse 1, it says, "And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint." You see? Men are always to pray and not to faint, man. Don't faint. Always pray, man. Okay? And in this lesson, I'm speaking to myself too. Because sometimes you may slip and not pray as much as you're supposed to. But hey, we gotta maintain that connection, man. Okay? You know, you conversate with your power, man. You know what I mean? You know, even quick prayers before you leave the crib. You know what I'm saying? Before you eat. Okay? A little prayers throughout your day. At the plantation, whatever that you're doing, you throw a little quick thing. Yo, the Lord hears it, man. You don't necessarily have to, like, you know, put your knees on the ground in front of everybody and just, nah, man. You do that inside your brain. That scripture say inside your closet. Okay? And, you know? But anyways, it says, verse 2, saying, there was in a city a judge, which feared not the Most High, and neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, no regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she worry me. You see, so she kept on coming and kept on bothering him to be avenged. And he gave in eventually, man. And this judge, what? He did not fear the Most High. Okay, like we read. Okay, nor did he regard men. But yet, he gave in. So how much more power, man? Okay? Which has favor unto us. You see? You know, you lack anything, ask the Lord, man. He's going to give. All right? There's in a scripture that says, if any man lack wisdom, let's get that too. You ask the Lord and he's going to give it to you, man. This is James 1 and verse 5. It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. You see, you lack wisdom, you ask the Lord. He's going to give it to you. He's not going to upbraid. Okay? He's not going to say, oh, no, I'm not going to give it to him. No. He's going to give you that wisdom. And anything else that you need, that, you know, the Lord, he's going to hear, man. But you got to believe that he's going to come through with it. You know? And you can't always be asking the Lord for foolishness either. You know what I'm saying? Oh, give me a Bugatti, Lord. But hey, scripture say, you know, if I continue begging him, he's going to give it to me. Fuck you need a Bugatti for? You know what I'm saying? You know? Well, anyways, man, I'm going to close it off there, man. All right? But give me all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Lord willing.